Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. It suddenly occurred to me when I woke up this morning that I couldn't do my video at the normal time. So, what you're watching, if technology has gone off without a hitch, you're watching a recording because I have a meeting at work at 9 today, and then I've got lunch, laugh, and craft. So, um, I'll be running about today, but I know Father's Day is coming up, and it's a great time to celebrate the men in your life, whether they're fathers or not fathers. And I thought, let me show you the card that we're doing at Lunch, Laugh, and Craft today. I love it. I kind of had some time this past weekend and was so happy to sit down and play and created this card, and it makes me happy. So I want to share it with you. Does that sound good? So sorry, I look a little I've got my glasses on. It's true. 5 minutes ago, I was in my pajamas when I suddenly realized that I would not be able to go live at the normal time because I had a work meeting. So that's okay. It's going to be a quicker video today, but I would still like to take the time to say hello to you, introduce myself. If you've never crafted with me before, online or in person, I would love to have you join my little circle of happiness. Everybody's welcome. I discovered paper crafting through a friend, and I did not consider myself very creative or artsy or anything like that. But I learned that the tools that Stampin' Up! Offers makes it really easy. And I hope to show you that today as well. So don't worry if you're someone who feels like, oh, it takes so long to create something. I'm here to help you along. I offer different kinds of events and classes. You can check out the link in my description that'll take you to the most recent class schedule. And I'd love to have you join me virtually or in person. Anyone across Canada is welcome. And if you have questions, I love answering them. So please message me, send me an email, DM me on Facebook or Instagram, and I would love to connect with you. Okay, so let's talk about making masculine cards. How many of you struggle with making masculine type of projects? So that's why I had fun on Saturday playing around. I'm going to flip my camera over and we will start to create and play. Go ahead and say hello in the comments and let me know what you worked on this past weekend. Let me see whether I can switch this around. And gosh, there we go. I hope technology works for me. Otherwise, I can't help you because I'm in a meeting or at Lunch, Laugh, and Craft. Okay, so hopefully you can still hear me okay. See my tabletop. When I thought about doing a masculine card, the set that came into my mind was this one here. It's called Relaxing Waterside. There are coordinating dies that go with it. There are coordinating dies that go with it, but we actually don't need them today. We're just going to use the stamp set. And whenever I'm making masculine cards, I always think, like nature, which actually applies to my husband because he loves going camping and hiking and these sort of things. So outdoors. In fact, last Father's Day, I think the kids and I got him like a chair just like this. So I thought this would be a good set to use. I was thinking of my own husband when I was making the card. And the other thing I thought is, okay, we want to do a little naturey. It's also nice for masculine cards, maybe to have a little bit of texture, roughness, maybe some, vintage, not vintage, but like dirty spots to kind of feel more rugged. So I started playing around with this set. And let's start. I'm going to cut the paper from start to finish. So if you have some supplies, feel free to craft along with me. I'm using our wonderful paper trimmer, and I am going to grab this color cardstock, which is a great neutral. It's called Basic Beige, okay? And I am going to grab the Basic Beige cardstock. This is our high-quality milled cardstock, and I am going to cut it at 4 1/4 inches, okay, on the short side here. So I've basically cut the cardstock in half. Okay, and then I will score it at 5.5 inches. And the great thing about this paper trimmer is it's got a scoring blade built right into it. So this light gray one doesn't cut, it just scores, and we'll just fold on the score lines just like that. Okay, so that's perfect. And then I'm going to just start to layer it up. So the next color I'm going to use here is Old Olive. So let me grab some Old Olive cardstock. And that's one of the great things about crafting with Stampin' Up! Is that you've got color coordination. So you'll see later on, I'll be using Old Olive ink, and it'll just coordinate so nicely. Perhaps the designer series paper I'm using will have Old Olive, and it just gives it a really finished look without too much fuss or muss. So I'm going to cut this piece at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. Okay, there we go. And so that'll give us a nice layer right on top. Actually, I never noticed how nicely Basic Beige and Old Olive go together. So that's great. And then I talked about how masculine cards, I like to rough it up a bit. I'm going to put another layer on here, and I'm also going to use Basic Beige, but I'm going to use Basic Beige two-tone cardstock. Okay, and so our two-tone cardstock is different from our milled cardstock. Our milled cardstock, you can see, is dyed all the way through. I know you can't feel it, but it's a little heavier weight. Our two-tone cardstock has a white core, and it's kind of lighter. So first of all, for those of you that mail a lot of cards, sometimes you might want to stock up on some of the two-tone cardstock because it is lighter to post. But I typically use it when I'm trying to do different colors and shading, because it is actually two tones. This is not the best example for two-tone because of the color. So one side is darker, one side is lighter. Okay, so what I do to kind of compare the two sides is I flip the edge around. Let me see whether I can grab another example here. So this is the Flirty Flamingo two-tone. Here you can see one side is lighter, one side is darker. So it actually gives you double the choice in color. So some people like it for that. Like it's actually a little cheaper to purchase. It's got two tones of the same color, lighter weight, and has a white core. So I use it typically when I'm doing techniques, or if my card has a lot of layers and I just don't want it to be too thick and heavy. So that is that. So I am going to cut this at around, let's do 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. Okay, so I've got it on the dark side right now, but let me see. I think I actually would prefer it. This is the dark side. I don't know. This light is so bright. I don't know. This is the dark side. This is the light side. Can you see the difference? So I'm going to use the light side. Okay, and then we'll go from there. So is there anything else I wanted to cut? I will take a little scrap of, oh, I have these extra pieces here. I will take a little scrap of Basic Beige cardstock. I'm using our milled cardstock there. And then I am going to grab, let me put this away. I'm trying not to create a giant mess. And I hope, my big fear about doing a video today using the card that I'm doing in Lunch, Laugh, and Craft. And by the way, if you're the type that likes to be surprised at Lunch, Laugh, and Craft, don't look, because this is one of the cards we're going to make. But it might actually make it easier for you at Lunch, Laugh, and Craft, because then you'll know how to make the card. Okay, so let me tidy this up. I'm so afraid that I'm doing this and I will forget to bring the bin with the ink and everything to the restaurant for the class. That would be scary. So let me tidy up so that I can kind of keep myself organized. Okay, the other color I want to use, because these are nice, neutral, masculine kind of colors, but I just wanted a pop of something. So I decided to grab the Pool Party color here. And I am going to, you can see I already cut out a bunch of circles. I might have space to cut out one more here. Okay, there we go. And we're going to use a die. We could use a large punch, which makes it faster. But if you enjoy paper crafting, I highly suggest getting the cut and emboss machine. I have one here. Okay, I highly suggest getting a cut and emboss machine because the cutouts are so great, so amazing. Stampin' Up! Is known for their coordinating pieces. So let me grab that. And if you've joined me before, you'll know the Stylish Shapes dies is one of my most used go-to dies because it's got like circles, banners, and squares. So it's really, really versatile. A set like this, you'll be able to use it so many times. I actually bought a second one so that when I'm preparing for classes, I can do two at once. So let's cut that out to get ourselves organized here. So the cut and emboss machine, it has a platform and it's not electric, it's just a press, okay? And so I am just going to slip this in here and press. And we're going to roll. Okay, and so as we roll it through, it presses the paper and the die cuts out the shape. Okay, so let's do that. So you see what happened there? And this, I love the Stylish Shapes dies. Let me turn off this. Get rid of that shadow. Okay, so it has some stitching there. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a bit of stitching on the edge. Okay, so I think those are our pieces that we need. And I'm going to put this die away before I lose it. Put it back in the case. Okay, good friend. Okay, so we've got all these lovely colors here. We've got, let's review, we've got basic beige. This is our milled cardstock cut at 4 1/4 inches and scored at 5 1/2 to give us kind of a tent-fold card. Okay, and then we've got an old olive layer, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then we've got a piece of our two-tone basic beige cardstock. I'm using the lighter side, and it is cut at 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. And then we've got a Stylish Shape circle, so the largest circle cut in Pool Party. And I've got a scrap piece of basic beige cardstock. And then I feel like let's use this lovely designer series paper, which is the Waterside Retreat. It coordinates really nicely. It's part of this suite, the relaxing waterside here. So we've got a few different designs of paper, and I don't know which design we want to use. And the fishies are kind of nice. What's fun about this paper, I haven't used it yet, but there's these like panels. And you can kind of put these different panels on the front of a card, right? We could cut out this cottage scene and put that on the front, which would be really nice. Anyway, actually, it's really nice, this waterside one with the... I may totally change this card because I'm looking at this and it is Super beautiful with this walkway here. Okay, no, maybe that'll be for next week. Okay, we'll just stick with what I had originally planned, although maybe I'll change it up. This is really nice. This is also nice with the fish. Maybe I'll try it with the fish. And then we also have this life jacket one. Or we could use this side that has the pool party. Okay, you guys might have to vote, although it's not live, so your vote will, I think I'm going to go with this side. This side is really nice. Oh, look, we've got these lifesaver kind of ones. Or the wood grain. No, I want some of the pool party. So see, this is gonna coordinate nicely here. So let's use this one. Change it up. Or maybe the fish. Okay, we'll try both and we'll see how we like it. Anyway, let me cut the piece and then we'll decide. Okay, so I'll keep the fish out and I'll keep this one out. We'll put these ones away and then we'll decide which one we like better. And that is the power of Stampin' Up! Coordinating paper, because everything kind of coordinates. You can just decide. And when you have the right colors and cardstock, it's so great. Okay, let's try this one. So I'm going to cut some of these nice fishies. My husband is not a fisherman, but some men are. So we'll cut that, and then I will cut it at 2 inches by 5 inches. And that'll go really nicely on here. So hopefully you can kind of see where I'm going. Right, we'll put that like that. Or what's on this side? Oh, some water. No, not the water. Let's do this. We'll do the fish. Okay. We're okay. Genevieve's just playing around, and playing is fun. Okay. And remember I talked about how masculine cards, I like to give a little roughness and toughness to it. I'm actually going to tear the side here, and you'll see the white core reveal itself. I don't know why this light seems just so strong and bright today. I don't know. Okay, so let's tear this. Okay, so you see how it shows the white core. Tearing is a fun technique to do to kind of give a little texture and roughness there. Okay, and I'm going to put that onto our card. Okay, on the left side there. So let's adhere that down. And then this adhesive is fast and easy to use. There we go. Put that on. And when you're tearing, it does make a difference how you tear to reveal the white core, because you see on this side, you don't see the white core. So you have to kind of tear towards you to get that effect. I've got lots of tips and tricks for paper crafting, so if you need more tips and tricks, don't be shy to reach out to me. And then I'm going to put this here. I don't know. I'm still not sure about these fish. Let me cut this piece and see how I like it. Let's cut it this way. So we'll cut it at 2 inches by 5 inches. Okay, so what do we like better? The fish? The stripes? Fish or stripes? Okay, in the meantime, this is what happens when you go crazy crafting. What happened to my little circle? little circle that I die cut out. Here it is. Okay, so we'll hold it up and see what we like. This one, this one. The fish are not bad. I just feel like the fish are a bit distracting. Let's try that. Let's try that. I'll show you the original card I made as well, so you can kind of compare. So let's do some stamping. It's called, I'm using Stampin' Up! Products, so we're going to stamp. And I am going to, there's like a kind of these reeds, and I am going to stamp them in Old Olive. So we've got some nice matchy-matchy going there. Okay. Okay, so I'm doing some of the reeds here in Old Olive. There we go. And then we'll take this like bird, seagull, and do it in pecan pie. Okay, so we'll make sure we've got the bird flying the right way here, not upside down. Let's put some birds. Go. My birds seem to be flying on an angle. And then we'll stamp the Happy Father's Day. You can either do Happy Father's Day, or I'm going to do Today's Your Day. Stamp it right on here. Okay, and it's okay that it's not perfectly straight, because I'm going to use our triple banner punch. Okay, so there's different sizes there, and I'm just going to try to line that up there as straight as I can. And we'll pop that on there. Okay, so let me hold that up. I don't know what this is. Why kind of seems like it's so bright today. I don't know. Okay, I'll hold it up like that. That will be the finished card. We'll just adhere it down. I'm going to go with this stripy one. I don't know. Maybe I would have liked the fish better. I actually like the first paper that I used for Lunch, Laugh, and Craft the best. So pop that on. And then I'm going to use dimensionals to kind of lift it up a bit. So, oh, I'm at the very end of my dimensionals pack. Anything you see, of course, you can purchase from me. It's easy to shop. Just click the shopping link in the description, or go to my link tree and click browse and shop, and it will take you to my online store. And any orders $100 or more will receive step-by-step tutorials from me for 12 different projects. Okay, and then we'll pop that on there. And that will be our card for today. So hopefully you feel a little inspired to make your own kind of masculine card. Everything I use to create these cards you can purchase from Stampin' Up! If it's your first time shopping with me, don't be afraid to reach out and touch base with me, and I can help guide you in the direction you need depending on what kind of projects you're hoping to make. So let me show you the original card that I had done for Lunch, Laugh, and Craft. It's just a different design of that same paper. Okay, oh, and I added a couple of the sunset sequins up here. I don't know. I'm a woman. Hashtag I'm not a man, so I like a little bling. Okay, so that's my little project for today. I hope it inspires you. For those of you who took advantage of recently we had free shipping, and um, that's great for those of you who took advantage. And I guess before that, I didn't know free shipping was coming, but before that, I did an Away in Alaska special with mystery boxes. So I have those kind of packed behind me. I just have to kind of get them to the post and get organized. But thank you for those of you who took advantage of those offers and shopped with me. But even if you didn't take time to shop, especially when things you want are in stock, because that's a great time to shop. Get what you want. And I super encourage for you to take time to craft. Even over the summer, you may be thinking the weather's so nice, you don't want to be inside, but there's going to be rainy days and you want to be prepared. If you're going to the cottage or going on road trips, get kits, get our all-inclusive kits in those brown boxes, and you can just take it around with you because I think crafting gives a little bit of calm in otherwise crazy life. So thanks for letting me share with you and have a great day. Bye.